police car light breaking doesn't even begin to cover what just happened. Nah, this ain't your average celeb gossip. This is DEFCON 1 level T, and it's about to shake the entire entertainment industry to its core. Just hours ago, Jaguar Wright? Yes, the Jaguar Wright, truth-teller of the underground and fearless industry Whistleblower, went live with a revelation that's got Hollywood on its knees. She claims she has a secret list of celebrities who allegedly got infected after entanglements, with none other than R&B icon and fitness goddess Teyana Taylor. And we're not talking rumors or shade, we're talking straight-up contamination. Jaguar didn't just drop hints. Sis brought names, dates, and what she called hospital receipts with coded wristbands and redacted documents. The comments section, in shambles. Fans, in full detective mode. Publicists, making emergency statements. And Teyana, dead silent. Twitter is exploding with hashtags like Teyana transmission, infected and exposed, and the now viral Jaguar new. Old red carpet footage is being rewatched frame by frame, cryptic tweets are being decoded, and suddenly, a lot of things are starting to make sense. But hold up, because the wildest part isn't even the list. It's what Jaguar says Teyana's team did to cover it up. Bomb buckle up, baby. You're about to enter the dark side of the industry where secrets don't stay buried, they go viral. This is one story you cannot scroll past. Let's get into it. It all started late last night when Jaguar Wright went live on Instagram. The vibe was off from the second she hit that go live button. She wasn't glam, she wasn't loud, she was calculated. Wearing a black hoodie pulled low over her eyes and sipping from a steaming mug, she looked straight into the camera and said, "I've been quiet long enough. Too many people are getting sick. Too many lies are being told. And the person at the center of it all, y'all ain't ready to hear this, but I'm saying it anyway. I got the list, and it all traces back to one name, Teyana Taylor." At first, viewers didn't even understand what she meant. Infected. What kind of infected? Was she talking about a vibe, an attitude, a toxic energy? No, baby, Jaguar meant the real kind. Allegedly. "Ask yourself why all these A-listers went ghost for months at a time," she said, scrolling through a note on her phone. "Ask yourself why certain artists canceled tour out of nowhere, and why a few even went live from hospital beds with exhaustion or undisclosed illness. Ask yourself why these people, right after getting close to Teyana, suddenly disappeared." And then she started reading. The first name? Shocking. Marion, she said. Yup, Mr. Icebox himself. Real quiet after that collab dinner with Teyana back in August. Y'all remember. That little get-together that was supposed to be about a joint EP? Funny how the project never dropped. But you know what did? A fever. And a real bad rash, if you know what I mean. The comments section exploded. "Girl, stop loudly, one user wrote. "Jaguar, you lying?" Another said, but Jaguar didn't flinch, she kept going. Number 2, Kehlani. "Yeah, I said it. Y'all saw how she went dark on socials right after that steamy rehearsal video with Teyana leaked. Said she needed a break. That break came with doctor's visits and some antibiotics that ain't sold over the counter." Jaguar then pulled up what looked like a screenshot of a DM, allegedly from a backup dancer who worked the video set. The message read, "I can't say much, but I was there. After the shoot, we were all told to keep quiet. One girl fainted. One of the stylists had sores. It was crazy. Still, some in the chat weren't buying it, but others, oh, they were already running with it." One viewer commented, "No wonder Kehlani canceled those 2 shows in Chicago. It's all adding up now." Then came the real shocker. "Let's talk about Chris Brown," Jaguar said. "Oh yes, he ain't innocent. He did 2 sessions with Teyana last year, vocal production stuff, studio time, intimate setting. Next thing you know, he's MIA for 3 months and pops up looking 10 pounds lighter and twitchy as hell." That's when Jaguar dropped a blurry photo, allegedly from inside a private ER. It showed a figure who looked like Chris, covered in a hoodie and surrounded by medical staff. No timestamp, no ID, but Jaguar swore it was him. "His people tried to scrub it," she said, "but they couldn't get all the files. I got mine backed up in 5 places. Try me." Then she really started spilling. Number 4, August Alsina. Number 5, Fivio Foreign. And number 6, a certain married R&B singer who I won't name right now, because I'm giving him 48 hours to tell the truth before I do it for him. People in the chat went wild trying to guess. Some thought it was Miguel, others swore it was Tank. A few even dragged John Legend into the mix, though Jaguar quickly shot that down with a laugh. "John's too smart," she said. "He stays in his own lane." As she scrolled, the list got longer. Allegedly infected, Lucky Day. Allegedly infected, 2 members of Teyana's glam squad. Allegedly infected, a well-known TikTok influencer who had posted a video from Teyana's home gym, then deleted her entire account 3 days later. And just when it seemed like Jaguar was winding down, she said, "Oh yeah, y'all thought I forgot about the women. Let's talk about Justine Skye." The live hit 100K viewers at that point. Justine and Teyana been close for a while, sisters, right? Until Justine went off-grid for 21 days in June. Remember that. She came back looking brand new, but baby, I know where she was. She was in LA at the Glendale Private Wellness Center. And you know what kind of patients go there? The kind with NDAs. Jaguar then claimed she had a redacted intake form. She waved it in front of the camera, showing only a blacked-out name and an intake date that matched the day Justine vanished from socials. At that point, people started screen recording. Others began live tweeting. The hashtag #JaguarExposes started trending. Then something crazy happened. A burner account on Twitter, only 2 followers, no bio, posted a clip of Teyana on a red carpet from last year. She was laughing with a reporter and said, "I be spreading love, sometimes too much if you ask my friends." The video was captioned, "She told us but we didn't listen, Teyana transmission." That tweet got 80,000 likes in an hour. Meanwhile, over on Reddit, a user claimed they worked at an urgent care clinic near Calabasas. They posted, "Can't confirm names, but we had a patient in late 2024 who had a VIP room and requested complete isolation. Her assistant came in wearing Teyana's merch." Things were spiraling fast, and Jaguar, she was just getting started. "I ain't doing this for clout," she said. "I'm doing this because y'all faves are lying. And some of y'all out there messing with these same people, shaking hands, hugging up in VIP sections, drinking from the same bottles. Y'all deserve to know what's being hidden." Then she dropped the biggest bombshell yet. "There's a group chat," she whispered, "of people who all got it. They've been talking to each other, sharing tips, comparing symptoms, and I got added by accident. Somebody thought I was someone else. I seen it all. The crying, the panic, the hush-hush settlements, and the one still sleeping around like it ain't nothing." Chat comments started flooding in. "Nah, this too deep. Group chat? This industry is sick, literally loudly crying face. Drop the screenshots, queen." And Jaguar, she just smiled. "Not yet," she said. "Y'all ain't ready." Then she ended the live. No warning, no goodbye, just cut the feed. What followed was total mayhem. YouTube channels started going live. TikTokers were stitching her clips. Instagram blogs posted carousel slides titled, "All the celebs Jaguar claimed got infected." One even included a slide with the question, "Are you next?" And right as people started to think it couldn't get any wilder, Jaguar posted a story that said, "This ain't even the worst part. Wait until you hear what Teyana's team did to keep this under wraps." After Jaguar Wright ended the live, the internet went into absolute meltdown mode. Twitter threads multiplied by the minute. YouTubers raced to upload reaction videos. TikTokers started posting side-by-side comparisons of celebs, mysterious disappearances, and Teyana's public appearances. But the real aftershock came just 30 minutes later. Jaguar posted a photo to her story. A blurry screenshot of a group chat, time-stamped 3 weeks ago, and titled Wellness Circle. No context, no names, just a sneak peek of the alleged private group she claimed held the key to everything. And then she added the caption, "Damage control ain't gonna save y'all this time. I'm dropping the messages tonight." People lost it. Celebs began turning off comments on Instagram. One rapper, who fans suspected was on the list, deleted his Twitter altogether. Teyana Taylor, meanwhile, had still said nothing. Not a tweet, not a story, not a peep. And for someone who's never shy to clap back, that silence, that spoke loud. By midnight, Jaguar went live again, this time from what looked like a dimly lit motel room. She claimed her main phone had been tampered with and that she was using a burner. She looked tired but focused. "They tried to shut me up," she said. "Tried to scare me, but what they don't know is I already backed up everything. Y'all really think Teyana's the one pulling strings? Nah, it's deeper." Then she showed a screenshot that made viewers gasp. It was a message from someone labeled TT Manager saying, "Keep her quiet, offer the usual, NDA plus 25K. If she refuses, we ghost her." Jaguar paused. "They sent this to one of the dancers. She sent it to me. Teyana's people been paying folks to stay silent. The illness ain't even the worst part. The cover-up, that's where the bodies are buried." She claimed at least 4 former staffers were paid off after developing symptoms. One allegedly had to be hospitalized, but signed a confidentiality agreement in exchange for a $40,000 payout and lifetime VIP access. Another allegedly threatened to go public, but received a cease and desist letter within 48 hours. Jaguar then scrolled through more screenshots, anonymized messages from former tour staff, dancers, even a wellness coordinator. One said, "She Teyana kept performing like nothing was wrong. Told us not to mention it, said it would ruin the brand. But we knew something was off. People were dropping out, coughing, fevers, it wasn't just the flu." Another read, "I worked glam on her last shoot. Whole team got sick, real sick. They blamed food poisoning. But why did we all get tested and told to isolate afterward?" The chat comments were blowing up. "Sis, this is biowarfare skull. How deep does this go? Y'all better not delete this live." Then Jaguar hit viewers with what might have been the most insane twist yet. One of the people infected ain't just a celeb. They're connected to a major politician, like Capitol Hill level. And that's why this has stayed buried. You start infecting people in power, they make things disappear. She didn't name names, but she smirked. That smirk said everything. Then she read from what she called an internal risk memo from a crisis PR firm allegedly tied to Teyana's brand. It warned of reputational risk exposure due to proximity-related symptoms and mentioned active monitoring of social media for outbreak clusters. Jaguar didn't say how she got it, just that she had a friend in the building. Suddenly, the idea of a Teyana cover-up didn't feel so far-fetched. Reddit threads began dissecting the document line by line. A user claimed the formatting matched a known LA-based PR firm. Another posted alleged invoice records from TT Entertainment, showing unusual monthly charges to a reputation monitoring agency. But the most disturbing moment? When Jaguar showed what she called a crisis checklist, allegedly distributed to Teyana's inner circle. The list included: delete all photos showing physical closeness with redacted name. Avoid mention of recent travel or symptoms. Direct all media to rep contact only. Engage with fans at a distance until further notice. If contacted by Jaguar Wright, do not respond. Item 5 had people screaming in the comments. The chat was lit. They named you in a damage control plan loudly. Hollywood treating Jaguar like a variant loudly crying face. This is actually scary now. And then Jaguar said something that chilled everyone. I wasn't the only one they tried to pay. One of the celebs I named earlier, their team contacted me, tried to offer me a consulting deal to stop talking. Thought I needed the money. What I need is the truth. Then she dropped a voicemail recording. A muffled voice said, "Jaguar, let's just keep this quiet, okay? No need to make this bigger than it is. There's a way we can all walk away clean. You feel me?" No name, no confirmation, but the voice sounded familiar. Fans started dissecting it instantly, slowing it down, isolating syllables, comparing it to past interviews. A few swore it was someone from Teyana's label. One even said it sounded like a famous ex. But Jaguar wasn't done. She pulled up a new list, not of infected people, but of influencers who had allegedly been paid to keep the story from trending. Some with blue checks, some with massive platforms. She said, "Y'all ever wonder why this story barely gets traction even with all this heat? That's money doing its job." She named 3 YouTubers who had allegedly declined to cover the story despite receiving the screenshots. One even messaged her saying, "My manager says it's too risky. We got ad deals to protect." Another asked if it was a health thing or just messy drama, to which Jaguar replied, "Both." People in the chat called them out by name. The comment section turned into a call-out thread. At "You know Keem, why you so quiet now?" At "Drama Vault, we need answers, not silence." Then, as if all that wasn't enough, Jaguar played one final audio clip. This one was reportedly from an assistant on Teyana's tour. It was scratchy, low quality, but unmistakably raw. The voice said, They knew she was sick, we all knew, but nobody said anything because she was still performing, still smiling. And when the first guy on our crew got lesions, they told him it was stress. Stress? Nah man, I left right after that. I ain't trying to die for nobody's brand. Jaguar ended the live with just 5 words. Tell Teyana to speak up. Then she logged off. Silence. No one knew what to do. Was this all real? Were these receipts legit? Was there really a group chat of infected celebs? Was Teyana Taylor harboring a secret so dark it needed NDAs, payouts, and influencer suppression to stay hidden? And where were the other voices? The celebs mentioned, the friends, the fans who had met her recently. One fan even tweeted, "I hugged her at an event in ATL last month. Should I be worried?" Another posted a blurry photo of themselves with Teyana at a meet and greet and simply wrote, "Can someone explain what's going on?" By dawn, new hashtags started trending. Teyana Truth Jaguar Receipts hash infected and ignored, and with each tweet, each share, each video reaction, the pressure on Teyana grew. The silence was no longer just strange. It was suspicious. And then, at 8:42 a.m., a new post hit the web, but it wasn't from Teyana. It was from a mysterious account tagged at Exposed Clinic Files, and it simply said, "They knew in 2023, and they kept it going." Attached was a zip file, password protected, captioned, "Leak drops tomorrow, 9 p.m. PST." The internet stood still as the clock ticked down to 9 p.m. PST. Everyone, from diehard stans to celebrity blogs to verified blue checks, was waiting to see what would come out of that encrypted zip file posted by at Exposed Clinic Files. No one knew who ran the account. It had no followers, no posts before that day, and was created just 2 hours after Jaguar's second live. But the username alone had people sweating. And the caption? "They knew in 2023, and they kept it going." It was like the calm before an atomic gossip bomb. As the hour hit, the password to unlock the file dropped. 5 simple letters, JAGKNOWS. Within seconds, it went viral. People were posting screen recordings of their reactions, stitching TikToks mid-unzip, and live streaming their discovery like it was a Taylor Swift album drop. But this wasn't music. It was madness. Inside the zip file were 7 folders, each one named with a code that sent Reddit threads into decoding overdrive. TTK0, Wellness Logs, VIP Settle, Glam Unit, Tour Crisis, Comms Kit, and Photos Burned. People opened TTK0 first, and that's when it all started to make horrifying sense. A series of documents, blurry but readable, allegedly detailed patient files from a now-shuttered private clinic in Malibu. One file, dated April 2023, showed symptoms ranging from blistering to fatigue to what was vaguely called Stage 2 dermal exposure. The name field was redacted, but the signature at the bottom, it was scribbled in cursive and looked exactly like Teyana S. Fans went into forensic mode, matching the signature with signed merch, matching the date with a supposed wellness retreat she went on that same week. One TikTok even zoomed in on a now-deleted photo where she wore the exact same bracelet seen in the file's top right corner. Then came wellness logs. These were spreadsheets, allegedly internal records of symptoms, treatment dates, and even coded client names. A column labeled exposure type sent chills through the fandom. Some entries were marked close, others said intimate, and a few, they simply said direct. A name popped up under patient 14. Codenamed LV Choco. Fans connected the dots. LV likely stood for Las Vegas, and Choco, Justine Skye's nickname among friends. That entry had 3 intimate encounters and 4 clinic visits. That's when Twitter fully combusted. People started tweeting timelines, digging into old stories, rewatching interviews where Teyana and Justine were joking about being roommates and sharing everything. A resurfaced tweet from 2023 where Justine joked, "Teyana's closet is dangerous eyes," was reposted with the caption, "We should have listened to the prophecy loudly crying face." Then, in the VIP Settle folder, things took a more sinister turn. Screenshots of what appeared to be payout contracts emerged, all redacted, but one had a highlighted clause. In exchange for $50,000 USD, the signee agrees to non-disclosure regarding any and all symptoms, treatment, or exposure stemming from direct or indirect contact with the named entity. The named entity was never mentioned, but a scribble at the bottom read TT Holdings. People started to panic. Was this a medical conspiracy? A legal cover-up? A full-on biohazard scandal? TikTokers with medical degrees started breaking down symptoms mentioned in the logs. One said, "This ain't herpes. This ain't the flu. This sounds like something engineered." Another folder, Glam Unit, was full of frantic group chats, allegedly between Teyana's styling team. One read, "I'm not doing her face if she doesn't wear the screen. I told you what happened last time." Another stylist replied, "They told me to shut up or they'd sue. I need this gig, but this is sick." Then there were screenshots of sample NDAs. One line repeated in bold, "This client is considered medically sensitive. No physical contact without gloves. No shared makeup tools. All brushes are to be destroyed post-use." People stopped laughing. It was giving Contagion. Tour crisis, folder had draft PR statements that were never released. One read, "Due to unforeseen health concerns among our crew, the tour has been postponed. We apologize for the inconvenience." Another read, "In light of internal reports, all meet and greets will be restructured to preserve artist and fan safety." Neither statement was ever published. Fans dug up actual tour postponement tweets and noticed how vague they had been. No reason given, just scheduling issues or personal matters. But now it seemed there had been something deeper, more calculated. And the biggest shocker came from the comms kit folder. It was a playbook, a literal communications manual, 22 pages long, allegedly prepared by a crisis PR firm. The first page had a mission statement: to contain reputational fallout, minimize legal risk, and preserve brand integrity while managing classified medical exposure. There were scripts for every scenario, responses for influencers, apologies for meet and greets, even templated emails for brand sponsors. A section called Jaguar Protocol listed key talking points to discredit her. Call her unstable, refer to past incidents, link to conspiracy theories, do not acknowledge direct claims. They had a plan for her, like she was a threat to neutralize. But the last folder, Photos Burned, was the one that broke people's brains. Dozens of images, unedited, never before seen. Candids from backstage, tour buses, hotel lobbies, celebrities looking tired, sweaty. One had visible welts on their hands. Another, sitting with a face mask and IV in their arm. Then, a video. It showed Teyana backstage talking to a man off camera. She says, "It's not contagious unless it's skin to skin. We're good, just keep your distance." The voice replies, "You sure? I heard Chris got." The video cuts out. Jaguar reposted the video with the caption, "Y'all still think I'm making this up." By midnight, every celebrity blog had picked up the story. News anchors were even tiptoeing around it with phrases like alleged health scandal and controversial claims tied to singer Teyana Taylor. But the fans, they weren't tiptoeing. They were marching through Instagram comments with hashtags like TT Files, Hollywood Patient Zero, Speak or Be Exposed, Teyana Time Bomb. One tweet summed up the internet's energy. Not one celeb named has denied it. Not one has posted a health record. Silence is louder than proof. And just when things couldn't get worse, the unthinkable happened. A lawyer went live on TikTok, verified account, known for handling NDA cases. She claimed she had recently been contacted to restructure clauses for a celebrity facing multi-party exposure liability. Without naming names, she said, "If what I've seen becomes public record, at least 12 people will have grounds for a class action." Class action. Suddenly, this wasn't drama, it was a legal time bomb. Back on Instagram, Jaguar posted a story that said, "Y'all still ain't heard from her, but you heard from me. And tomorrow, you'll hear from someone who caught it and has nothing left to lose." She followed it up with a blurred-out face and distorted voice in a teaser clip. The caption read, "Exclusive, he says she begged him not to go public, and he has the messages." And then she wrote, "Drop coming 7 p.m. EST. Be there or keep pretending." The comment section under Teyana's last post, an innocent throwback photo from 2024, was a graveyard of clown emojis, biohazard symbols, and "We need answers, please." And still, not a word. Not from Teyana. Not from her team. Not from anyone named in the leaks. Just a digital silence so loud it was starting to sound like guilt. The countdown to 7 p.m. EST felt like a digital earthquake building under the internet's feet. Everyone was waiting for Jaguar's promised interview with the anonymous source, someone she claimed was not only infected, but begged by Teyana Taylor herself to stay silent. The teaser had already gone viral. Even verified news outlets started running with headlines like, "Whistleblower to speak in alleged Teyana Taylor infection scandal." But no one was ready for what actually came out. Jaguar went live on both YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. She set the tone with eerie calm, the lighting low, her voice measured like a seasoned narrator ready to open the last chapter of a murder mystery. The screen showed a blurred silhouette of a man, voice digitally lowered. He sat still, hands folded, eyes hidden under a hoodie. Jaguar opened with, "This man was a rising name in choreography. Got booked through the same agency Teyana uses. He worked on 2 rehearsals. 2. And what he's about to tell y'all might ruin careers." Then the man began to speak. He said he met Teyana at a rehearsal in late 2023. She was polite, flirty, but intense. He claimed after a few sessions, they grew closer. "She was magnetic," he said, "like you just get pulled in." He described what he thought was a normal hookup, no signs of anything off, until a week later. "I got lightheaded at work, then the rashes, then mouth sores. I thought it was food poisoning or something, went to urgent care. They tested me for everything. What came back wasn't standard." Jaguar jumped in. "Tell them what the nurse said." He nodded. She said, "This is rare. I've only seen one other case, a singer who came through here last year. When I asked who, she said she couldn't say. But then she said. She was tall, muscular, wore Balenciaga track pants." The chat exploded. "She was describing Teyana without even knowing she was confirming it," he said. "That's when I knew." Then he claimed Teyana's manager contacted him within 72 hours. "I never told anyone what happened. I didn't post. I didn't say a word. But somehow they knew. I got a call saying, 'Let's make this right. You deserve to be taken care of.'" He said they offered $25K and a private wellness retreat. "I was still confused. I asked what for, and they told me, 'Let's not make this a thing. Let's just fix it quietly. Teyana really liked you. She feels bad.'" Jaguar then played an alleged voicemail. A female voice said, "We can fly you out tomorrow. We'll waive all NDA formalities. But just please don't go to social media. Please don't do that to her." Fans started screen recording. TikTokers began translating every sentence. Reddit threads mapped every date he referenced. One user pulled up a calendar and pointed out how it aligned with Teyana's sudden, spiritual reset trip to Sedona. Then the man dropped the real bomb. He said he initially accepted the deal, took the retreat, was flown out, treated by holistic staff, and then signed the NDA. But 3 months later, symptoms came back, and this time, worse. "When I tried to reach out to her team, the number was disconnected. The email bounced. It was like I'd never existed. They got what they wanted, my silence, and then I was disposable." He said that's when he reached out to Jaguar. "I didn't want revenge," he said. "I wanted the truth out there, because she's still performing, still hugging fans, still kissing babies on the forehead at events. And I know for a fact she knows she's a carrier." The chat imploded. One person wrote, "I met her at a meet and greet last year, now I'm panicking." Another commented, "I'm literally crying, I feel sick." Then, in a twist no one expected, Jaguar showed the man's face for just 5 seconds. He nodded, no distortion, no blur, just raw, it was enough. Twitter detectives found him in 10 minutes. A known choreographer, tagged in photos with Teyana, background in major award show performances. His Instagram had been inactive for 8 months. His last post, captioned "Healing Season." It all lined up. Then Jaguar dropped what she called the final leak. A series of emails between Teyana's manager and 2 brands she was allegedly working with. In one, the brand asked for clarification on the incident and if the rumors circulating would affect the rollout. The reply said, "Ms. Taylor remains a brand-safe entity. Any medical rumors are baseless and stem from a mentally unstable individual with a history of cyber harassment." Jaguar zoomed in on the date. "That email was written before I even spoke publicly. They were preemptively discrediting her." The live reached over 250K viewers, comments flying, screenshots everywhere. Reaction channels went nuclear, and still silence from Teyana. Until 2:37 am. She posted just 4 words. I see everything. Soon. No image, no context, no tag, the internet broke. People didn't know whether it was a warning, a threat, or a promise. Some said she was about to drop legal action. Others believed it meant she was preparing a counter-narrative. A fan page even posted, "Teyana about to sue the soul out of Jaguar and still serve looks doing it." But others weren't so sure. A well-known wellness blogger then posted her own story. "I treated Teyana once. Energy was off, but I was told not to ask questions. If even half of this is true, we need to stop protecting brands over people." The tide was turning. Even celebrities began quietly unfollowing Teyana. One artist deleted a collab teaser from 2024. Another archived all posts featuring her. And then, Jaguar vanished. No new posts. No new lives. Nothing. Fans were panicking. Where is Jaguar? Did they get her? Someone check on sis. Until 48 hours later, an IG story popped up. It was Jaguar in a car, windows up, hoodie on. Caption said, "They froze my accounts, but they can't freeze the truth. The final message, you ready?" And just like that, the curtain may be closing on this chapter, but the drama is far from over. Jaguar Wright didn't just blow the whistle. She ripped the whole system apart. From the moment she hit go live to the second she vanished from social media, she set Hollywood on fire with a list, a leak, and a truth bomb that's still echoing through every timeline, group chat, and comment section. Teyana Taylor, still silent. Celebs from the alleged list, ducking and dodging. Celebs from the alleged list, ducking and dodging. Teyana Taylor, still silent. Celebs from the alleged list, ducking and dodging. Brands, quietly distancing themselves like they know something is coming. And fans, y'all are split right down the middle, some screaming justice for Jaguar. Others convinced this is the biggest smear campaign the industry's seen since the surviving R. Kelly era. But let's be clear, whether you believe every screenshot or think it's all one elaborate internet fever dream, the receipts were dropped, the files were leaked, and the voices of the so-called infected have spoken. So now we ask you, the real jury. What do you believe? Was this the raw truth the industry tried to bury, or just another wild ride in the never-ending circus of celebrity chaos? Do you think Teyana's silence is guilt or strategy? Is Jaguar a truth teller, a threat, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't just watch this unfold, be a part of it. We want your theories, your hot takes, your breakdowns. Who's lying? Who's hiding? Who's next? Because this isn't just a story. This is a saga, and you already know how this works. If the internet taught us one thing, it's that where there's smoke, there's a new episode loading. So hit that like button, share this with someone who's still in denial, and subscribe because we're digging even deeper next time. This story ain't over, not even close. Jaguar new Teyana transmission hash infected and exposed. We'll see you in the next expose. Stay messy, stay curious, and most importantly, stay tuned.